so before you guys go saying anything about my cutoff, I know you all have a problem with them, but you gotta realize it's like 98 degrees out here right now. I'm going to wash my truck, so this is the perfect kind of shirt to not only mess up, but also to support all of my troops that are out in the audience. So thank you all for what you do. As you guys know, I have police in the family, as well as currently enlisted and retired military in my family, so I gotta show my support out to all of you and all of my family that served. Thank you all so much. Looks like the tires got chewed up here a little bit. It's kind of surprising. These Nittos are rather soft. You can see how it's literally flexing as I squeeze it with my fingers. Must have been from a rock or something like that when we did the burnout for the sound comparison test. It's tight, but she fits. As I'd be to say that no bugs were harmed in the making of this video, can't really attest to that, sorry. We good? Well, I mean, that looks a little bit better. It's definitely not as dirty as it once was. It's nice to see that my wheels are black again. All right, so now I'm actually gonna be able to sleep tonight because now I know that my investment is now protected, or at least the majority of that dirt crap is off of the investment, that thing. So let's get on with the rest of the video. I am cruising with co-captain Otto, who is down there sleeping right now. I don't know if you guys can see him back there or not. Plus, we've got the fiance right there cruising behind us in her rental car as we are actually on our way up to the dealership to pick up her actual car because some crazy shit happened with it where the transmission began to fail. We figured we'd bring it out to the dealership to get it assessed, that way we know what the hell's going on. And you guys are always asking why my back seats are folded up. It's because of that little guy right there. And if you saw my latest video, you can tell that he loves his tennis balls because he brought one with him on this trip as well. Otto, say what's up, YouTube? YouTube, what's up? Can't beat front row parking.
No,
just because
it's clean, it's white.
Yeah, it's clean, it's white, exactly.
Those rims cost as much as most of the vehicles that go off-roading.
Yeah, all you YouTube followers in here need to listen to that guy because he's got a level head on his shoulders. Luckily, we had a Subaru factory warranty on the vehicle and they replaced the transmission for absolutely no charge. So now that we have my fiance's car back and everything's squared away and hopefully she doesn't break down on the side of the road, luckily we have AAA if that does happen, but hey, knock on the fake wood in the truck. So now we're actually headed out to meet another one of my friends who's got a compound turbo Denali. So let's see if we can get some footage for you guys on that thing. We have arrived. This is Derek, guys. He owns this Denali. This is a compound turbo truck. Basically, I saw him cruising down the road and I was in the TDI at the time, and as we were just discussing, I was basically trying to like roll my window down and give him like a thumbs up and let him know that I also owned a Duramax. But, you know, obviously your first assumption is that you probably cut somebody off or you pissed them off or whatever the case was. So I ended up actually getting the point across to him, and then we connected through Facebook, and that's how we got the two trucks together. It's clean, man, so hold on to it.
I got Cognito 4.6 inch.
Good taste.
Longhorn fab, traction bars.
Yep.
And the Force Independence wheels. We got fast, just little nonsense. Smoke tail light for third brake light. Rear diff cover. Amp research steps.
How do you like the research steps?
I love them.
You like them?
Right away I put them on. The edge inside, top of the hood. It's an S480 overstock, Whirly Fab.
Nice, man. Hell yes.
Fleece 10mm CP3 conversion.
Wow, I love the color too. That's gorgeous, man.
I kind of like it's candy copper with the black. I think it came out awesome.
It looks really good. It's very complimentary.
Yeah.
Very complimentary.
I see a lot of people going lime green and crazy colors. With the black, I think I wanted something simple.
Yep. And Whirly Fab, man, they make one hell of a product.
Yeah, it was awesome. I did it basically by myself. I did it in my buddy's shop and just kind of yelled for him once or twice.
Yeah. Yo, what?
Yeah,
I need help with this. What do I do with this?
Well, the worst part was drilling the upper oil pan for the drain tube.
Yes. Because you got to drill that and tap that, right?
You drill it and tap it. You got to take the starter out and you got to just, space it right that your fitting fits there and you can still get the starter in.
Right.
And you got to use a right angle drill to even get the drill bit down into place in between the frame and the motor.
Oh wow!
So you can't even really see. So you're just drilling and basically just gotta go.
You're praying.
Yeah, you're like,
I hope that
we line this up right.
Yeah.
And I was holding like the drill, and my buddy was up top running it. And I'm like, all right, fucking just go for it.
Yeah, let her rip.
Yeah,
let her rip. It's clean, man. I really love it. Who makes those traction bars?
It's Longhorn Fab.
So you all are about to experience with me for the first time what it feels like to ride in a compound turboed LML. I've been seriously looking forward to this day, man. I'll tell you that.
It's been long enough. I think every weekend we try.
It has been, dude. How many times have we tried to connect? Like 2 or 3 now?
Yeah.
She moves, man. My goodness. Wow. It's like, it feels almost stock.
Yeah, at first you wouldn't know until you get up, until you're hitting 50 or 60 and it just keeps going.
And it just continues to pull, man. I mean, that fuel is pumping and that boost is just carrying on. That's awesome, dude.
Actually, I hit traction control off and it stayed on. It kicked on for a second there.
Is that where we kind of felt it sputter a little bit?
Hit that jump and we jerked a little bit.
Yeah, so to anybody out watching this video right now, when you keep traction control on in these trucks with the insane amount of torque that's hitting the ground, I mean, they just freak out. That is a beautiful sound.
It does. It has a nice sound. It got rid of that high-pitched shriek that the LML has.
Yeah, that's right.
When it's deleted.
Yeah.
It completely got rid of that and just has that kind of, almost has like a 6.4 sound.
Well, because now you're not really hearing the veins of the stock turbo. You're more or less hearing the fixed vein of your S480.
Yeah.
That is a big turbo, ladies and gentlemen, for you that don't know. It's a 5.9 or a 6.7?
It's a 5.9.
5.9? You're going to be putting it into something else that you had out in the lot? That one right there?
The black one over there.
The one that seems a little heartless right now?
Yeah, that's it. It's heartless. It's not very clean, so.
Holy shit, look at that fueler, man. Jesus Christ.
Got dual CP3s.
So that turbo right there, guys.
This is the size of my big turbo.
Is the size of the big turbo of the Denali that we just rolled in on. So you can imagine how this one force feeds that to create a pretty gnarly experience.
What do you do on just fuel? 1340.
Wow.
1750 on spray.
Holy shit!
Daily driver.
Yeah. Very realizable setup here, ladies and gentlemen.
Take it for lunch every once in a while. Pull the boat with it sometimes.
Wow, look at this thing. 5-inch, it looks like right off of the turbo. Race trucks all around, but that is the serious one right there. to Derek, who came out to meet up with me kind of last minute. We were actually trying to meet up a few times, and our schedules just continued to conflict. But I'll tell you what, guys, riding in a compound truck is awesome. It's hard to explain just how smooth the power delivery is with 2 turbos. I mean, you know, these trucks in general are very, very smooth when it comes to responsiveness, especially once they're tuned. And then my truck specifically, you know, I've got the CP3 conversion on it, and that has helped with kind of, you know, smoothing out the power delivery spectrum. But then when you have a 10mm stroker pump with an S480 over stock, not only do you feel constant power delivery that's very, very immediate at a low RPM range, but then you get into the high RPMs and this thing just continues to carry boost and deliver speed. So now I have the ability to compare a big single turbo S400 built trans stock motor Duramax LML with now the Denali that you guys all just took a ride with me in, which was a stock motor compound turbo built trans truck. Alright guys, so I just found myself a nice cozy spot to hit up some of your questions that you've all had. Now, I didn't give you much of a forewarning, and I didn't put many other posts out asking for you to ask questions. I put one video up last night, which was a small exhaust segment video on my Instagram, asking you all to ask me questions, that way I can respond to them. So what I did was, as I'm up here in the mountains of Pennsylvania, I decided to find myself a nice area with an incredibly awesome view of the mountains in the background, so that way we can answer some of your questions. All right, Q&A, let's get it started. Tanner243 on my most recent Instagram post: how much horsepower is your truck making, and do you have any upcoming engine mods? Upcoming engine mods, there are a few different things that I'm looking at, Tanner, but I am not sure as to which ones specifically, because as you guys all know, there's a ton of different things that you can go out and do to these trucks, and I'm ultimately trying to prioritize that list. And then regarding the horsepower, I'm honestly not sure. I'm running the PPEI 150 Street Tune right now. I'd say that that's probably like a 150 over stock horsepower, so I'd say it's maybe around like 450, maybe 500, if that. I'm honestly not too sure. I would like to get the truck on the dyno though to get those numbers specified. Are you ever going to take the truck in the mud? From Rick CEJA_13. To be completely honest, doubtful. I don't want to take my truck in the mud, guys, because what happens when you take your truck in the mud is it just ruins it. I don't really know why any of you would ever want to go out and buy a $60,000 truck and then buy nice wheels and maintain the truck as I do, and then ultimately take it in the mud. Now, as you can see, I have no problem taking it off-road and finding nice trails that are hard-packed, but when you get in the mud, you're just going to either break things or ruin things. So to answer that question, Ricky, probably not. Hey, Jenkins07, have any free time to get some pictures? Absolutely, man. Just give me a shout and we'll see what we can try to arrange. Will J099, if you could change one thing about your truck, what would it be? Honestly, guys, I freaking love this thing. It gives me no reason to complain whatsoever, but the one thing that I would change is to be able to have a sunroof. I love being able to open up the cab from the top end rather than just on the side with the windows. That would be really nice. I actually wanted to get a sunroof when I got this truck, but they had this one sitting on the lot and the deal was way too appealing to let it go, so I made a little bit of a sacrifice. Brandon2499, would I ever buy a Ford over a rebuild Dodge? I'm honestly not so sure what you're asking there, dude, but if it was a new Ford, like the new 6.7 Illuma-Duty, I'd probably consider it. Older Fords, absolutely not. If I was gonna be buying an older truck, it would absolutely be either a Duramax or a Dodge in your question here. Would I ever get a Cummins if my Dirty Max took a crap? Potentially. Like the Cummins platform, it's so proven. I would absolutely entertain that as a potential option, but I gotta say, guys, I really am about the Duramax platform. Kyle Nova, how much do those Forces cost you? So right now, guys, the 22x14 gloss black Forces retail for somewhere around $1,100 per wheel. If you do the math, 1,100 times 4, that's about 4,400 bucks. Aaron_J_Tinney, would you ever buy an older truck such as a square body Chevy? I'd entertain it. Honestly, you know what I'd really like to do? If I did go out and buy an older Chevy truck that wasn't possessive of the Duramax platform at the time, I'd love to do something really, really off the wall. Say something as crazy as put a 12 valve in it. Noah Morton's 57. How does your truck ride with the 14 wides and the lift you have on it and whatnot? I'll tell you right now, guys, this truck rides remarkably well for how wide these tires are, how large the rim is, and how high the truck is lifted. Now, a majority of that is attributed to the lift. RK Racing Co., can you please make more videos of your WRX like you talk more about it? Yes, that is no problem. I have some modifications on the way for that thing, so it's only a matter of time until we get more videos out for that one. Bobby Hine, wrap bumpers don't come close to matching the truck's color. Well, the wrap's been on this truck for about a year, and yes, maybe it has become a little bit tarnished, but like I said, I only paid 250 bucks for it. So at the end of the day, considering my opportunity cost and not going out and getting it painted and having to deal with all the rock chips that would come to a painted bumper versus the rock chips on the vinyl, I'm completely fine with that. Street Speed 717, the only sponsor who returned my emails was Diablo Formula Racing. Any tips? Nah, man, sorry, you're shit out of luck. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and this is where I'm gonna say goodbye to you all. I hope that you enjoyed today's video today. Again, thank you to everybody that participated in today's video and allowing me to create some content for all of the awesome viewers in the audience. Thank you all so much for the support, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you have not already, or you're joining in for the first time, please remember to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you all next time.